Alright guys, massive new character info for NTE because we finally have a much clearer look at Lacrimosa, and honestly, she might end up being one of the craziest DPS characters we've ever seen so far. We now have the full early kit details about the character, her playstyle, abilities, her different attack modes, the nightmare stacks that she has, and a lot more, and after looking through everything, she honestly feels completely different compared to most of our current roster. So with that, in today's video, I'll be doing a complete breakdown on everything we know about Lacrimosa before they eventually reveal her officially in the 1.1 special program that will be coming out very soon. I'll be making a video to talk about everything we can expect to be revealed during the 1.1 version update. And if you don't want to miss out and simply want to be kept updated on everything about Neverness To Everness, make sure to like the video, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out, especially about the 1.1 coverage that should be coming out very soon. But now, let's not waste any time and get into it and talk about the full breakdown on Lacrimosa, the next upcoming S-Rank character. So what we know on Lacrimosa, she's going to be the Phase 1 banner of the 1.1 update, which means she's coming out very soon, around June 3rd, as a S-Rank Chaos character and a member of the Bureau of Anomaly Control's EDD for Division. Her role is looking to be more of a main DPS focused character, focusing heavily around damage over time, so she's more on DOT mechanics, nightmare stacks, and burst detonations. Her official release date should also be confirmed during the 1.1 special program, but for now she's expected to arrive again during the first phase of version 1.1, and if the schedule stays the same, that is going to be coming out very soon. And honestly, from everything we know so far about her, she looks incredibly unique. Instead of having a normal attack style like most characters, Lacrimosa actually swaps between two completely different combat modes, the modes between Tomato Metal and Tomato Percussion, which basically one uses a flying pan to do melee attacks while the other uses this strange red jelly projectile style combat, and we'll see more about that in the special program as well. And throughout the combat, she constantly swaps between both forms while stacking nightmare effects on the enemies. Now let's go over the kit overview, because we have an early kit overview of the character. Now we can get a good look at what this character is all about, starting with the kit on her basic attack. So when using the Tomato Metal, Lacrimosa swings her frying pan to perform up to 5 consecutive chaos attacks. One interesting mechanic here is that the projectile from her second attack can actually be shattered by later hits, which then causes an explosion for extra chaos damage, so that is like a burst damage mechanic into her kit, while the other mode, it's basically completely changes her attack style into range projectile, and she uses the red jelly attacks instead, and this will come into play with her double ultimates. Now the really important mechanic here is called flavor variation, which is basically at any time during combat, Lacrimosa can manually swap between both combat styles, making her the first dual mode character inside the game. She can basically do a cool move to switch between modes. If she's in the Tomato Metal mode, then she throws her frying pan forward, performs a flying kick, and swaps into the Tomato Percussion mode. And if she's in that mode first, then she jumps into the air, slams the ground, and swaps back into the previous mode. This is really important because her current attack mode actually changes how her ultimate works as well, meaning she has double ultimates, which is pretty crazy. Now honestly, another crazy part of her kit is the thing called Devilish Inspiration, because this lets Lacrimosa enter a aiming mode where she targets enemies directly using a crosshair, similar to what Nanali can do. And if she targets certain enemies, she can actually learn their combat techniques and temporarily replace one of her own abilities with a copied enemy skill. So that is going to be the main unique mechanic of this character. Yes, Lacrimosa can literally copy abilities from enemies and basically copy an anomaly. I have this clip here where she basically copied a bat, and now she basically flies around as one and can also use these skills from it, which is pretty unique, and I'm sure she can copy a lot of other anomalies as well, making her one of the most flexible characters in the game, depending on how many enemy abilities work with her mechanics. Now she also has a bunch more to her kit, aerial attacks, plunge attacks, and a critical dodge follow-up attack where she throws a massive amount of red jelly Now we have the info on her actual skills as well. So her normal skill is called Morning Tomato. Lacrimosa throws a barrage of unfinished Esper constructs dealing chaos damage in the area, while then applying the Nightmare stacks to enemies, and the Nightmare stacks is basically another one of her core mechanic of the entire kit, because most of her damage revolves around stacking Nightmare repeatedly. Then she basically detonates these stacks and basically amplifies these effects later for big damage. Now we have her ultimate, which is also pretty unique. So this is probably one of the most insane parts of her kit, especially visually. We already saw what her two ultimates look like. So there's the first one in the first mode called Tomato Metal mode. She controls a truck and crashes it into enemies, dealing 10 instances of chaos damage, while also applying more Nightmare. And in her second mode, she instead dismantles an entire car and launches multiple massive attacks, dealing huge AoE chaos damage. Alright, lastly for her kit info, we can also talk about the support skills. She has a few. We got Sleepwalk, which is what we saw earlier when she transforms into a bat. In her dream, flying freely, and when out of combat, you can hold dodge to enter flight, and the flight will cost stamina. There's Tomato Banquet. Discord enhancement deals additional damage equal to 400% of attack to the target when Discord is triggered if target is already broken. And then we have the last support skill, Sleep In. Grants one additional attempt of Morning Tomato after Lacrimosa uses her mode 5 times during the skill cooldown, activates only 1 time per skill cooldown. So that is her full kit. And at the same time, let's go over her expected team setups. So we have a team set up for Lacrimosa, and according to this guide here, the best teams for Lacrimosa right now are expected to be these characters right here, Sakuri. We got characters like Fadia as well that can work with her, and these two right here. It seems Sakuri is going to be a really good partner for her, as her Scorch enhancement passive skill works very well with the Nightmare DOT effect that she provides, as when the DOT effects increases, the damage enemies take from DOT effect. So if you want more DOT damage, you for sure want to put Sakuri on the team. And there's also these characters right here that can work with her as well. So the full team that you want to go for is basically these teams right here. The common trend is for sure Sakuri being added in every team, but you can also be flexible and add the MC0 or simply a A-Rank Haniel if you don't have the other characters, and then the other slot can be flexible to any of the other on the list here. Like if you pull Nanali, then you can for sure use Nanali and Lacrimosa together. So these are the expected teams for Lacrimosa at the start of 1.1. Now obviously, remember this is still early information, some parts of her kit could still change before version 1.1 officially releases. This is pretty much all we know on her kit for now, the full overview and breakdown. But yeah guys, that's everything we currently know about Lacrimosa's early kit and gameplay info. Let me know down below in the comments, are you guys pulling for her or saving up for future banners? But as always, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications for more NTE updates right here on the channel. I got you guys covered, especially once the 1.1 special program rolls around. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.